And final question from Derek West.
Hello, Derek.
Hi James, met you at Attacker when I used to run
I
it.
remember Derek, he's a really nice man.
Derek West.
Yeah, Derek West.
Moved on from there now to concentrate solely on our new business. We're a husband and wife business. We run Arcadia Rug Spa where people drop off their area rugs and we clean them to a very high standard. We do all the manual work, the website and marketing, even the books and making the brews. We do absolutely everything. It seems to get lost in what to do next. What's the best way to plan our day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month to-do lists? Especially hard when we get busy or when something crops up that gets in the way of what we have planned. Seems impossible to get everything done with extras that pop up. I feel we are losing this battle and can't afford to employ others to help out. Business is getting stronger every week, but we are still not quite hitting profit.
So Derek, it's classic, growing a business from the ground up. You're growing every week, you're turning money, you're burning cash. It's what happens in small businesses when they start out. Ours did exactly the same. So here's the thing that I just wanted to say, Derek. You wear all. When I started out in my business, I was doing all what you was doing there. I was wearing. I've done this talk so many times. You wear all the hats. You're the head of HR. You're the head of operations. The head of sales, marketing. You're the managing director. You're the assistant managing director. You're the head of every single department. And what I think people get bogged down in is they think they need to employ someone full time to help them out, and you don't. I think you need to just get yourself an administrator. And he's saying you can't afford anyone yet, but could you afford someone to come in 10 hours a week? So that's going to cost you £90, maybe £80, maybe you get an apprentice at £70-60, whatever it is, a very low amount that can do all the administration and all the paperwork and answer all the emails, so that removes from you. And then the next person I would get is a bookkeeper, and that will remove all the accounts and finance from you, so the more that you can spend time on seeing customers. Here's the thing, right? Here's the absolute thing. It's a decision. When the way I listen to the question that you've asked me is you are already putting that mindset in place. We can't afford someone. We can't do this. We're too busy. So what you need to do is say, no, we're building the business up so we can employ someone. And you decide that's what you want to do. It's like me with exercise. I said I was too busy to exercise because I just didn't want to do it, Chance. That's the absolute truth of it. I kept putting it off, making excuses. So I got my PA to make sure that I have these things scheduled in. I don't book in the sessions. I don't even order my food that I eat at work in the week now. I've put in these systems and processes to make sure that it happens. Now, there is a relationship here to what you're going through, because you're saying we can't afford to employ anyone, and I'm saying you're probably thinking I can't find a £20,000 salary or a £15,000 salary, but I bet you could afford £80 to £90 a week to take all the administration off of you. Now also, when you employ someone, you get 30 days credit on it because you pay them 30 days after they start. So if they're making differences within those 30 days, it should be really good. So what I'm saying is, can we find £400 for the first month or £800 for 2 months to relieve time up so that you can focus on sales and marketing? Because when you focus on the sales, you get more sales in and you'll start being profitable. But you've got to make that decision that you desperately want someone. And the question I ask everyone is, if I told you that if you don't employ someone and pay their wages and get profitable and more efficient, you will die in 120 days. And that sounds horrible, this chance, but if you don't do it, then you will die in 120 days. I guarantee you will find a way to do it, because human beings are survivors. It's very difficult in the early days of a business, but we do put mental blocks in our head. There is a formula for change that we teach. If you're dissatisfied, then you can make change happen. So you're obviously dissatisfied with where you are right now, so you can make the change happen. And then it's about 2 things. It's first steps and vision. So what's the vision of what you want your business to look like when it's finished, and what are the first steps that are you going to make those changes happen? So start systemizing things in your business. Why do you need to do everything else? You can embrace technology, and there's loads of free tech out there that can help you right now. So you could use an accountancy software program. I'm sure if you rang up Xero or QuickBooks, there's like a 90-day free trial. So that could, take all the paperwork out of your business, which is going to free you up more time. But what you've got to do is make sure those first steps and that vision beats resistance. The resistance that's going to come over you to not do these things. So let me use my exercise analogy here again. I was dissatisfied that I was getting fatter by the week, Chudders, right? The first steps for me was to get a personal trainer, but the first step was actually to research the personal trainer and make the first call and meet the personal trainer. Did I do any of that? No. The first steps for me was to make sure that someone else did it for me, to make sure that I did those things. So I got Tracy to make those first steps happen. I had the meeting with the personal trainer. She books it in. She orders I have this meal food prep now because it stops me just snacking unnecessarily at work. And that process beats the resistance, because I was resisting myself, Chuds. I was resisting myself to pick up the phone and book in the exercise sessions because I knew I just wouldn't go to the gym after work. This happens before I start work. He's at my door at 7 o'clock every morning. I have this PT. He's outside. He even texts me, wakey, wakey, sweet cheeks, time for exercise.
Does he actually say that?
Yeah, absolutely. Has sent me that text message. So I'm beating the resistance, and I think we've got to find ways to beat the resistance. I absolutely believe that I was in camp one, which is dissatisfaction equals change. I was dissatisfied, that equals the change. But it's taking the first steps, and the first steps is getting your head in the right place that yes, we want to employ someone, because lots of business owners are scared of employment. I get why it's scared of employment, because it's a constant drain of cash each month, and you've got to find the money. But otherwise, you're in the danger of just building yourself a profitable job, and no one wants to buy a profitable job when you get to retirement and pension. You want to build a business that works under management without you in it. So I'm not saying you have to employ someone full time. Maybe you're just going to get a mum that works 10 till 2 every day just to take all the administration off of you. All of the administration, so you haven't got any excuses of why that stuff's not getting done. It's a plan, guys. It's a systems and a processes plan to help you build your business that can work without you in it.